Hey everyone, today I'm going to be making a Captain America shield out of foam. Here's how I did it. First, here's the supplies I used. To make the shape of the shield, I used this. It's a piece of string tied in about a foot with a thumbtack on the end. I used that and I tied a pencil. Doesn't matter, you can use pencil, pen, Sharpie, whatever. Tied the end of it. And I obviously used a giant EVA foam sheet. I already have the shape outlined, and I haven't cut it yet, but I have the shapes outlined already. And then to find the center of the piece of foam, you're going to need some like straight object. I used this. It's just a piece of wood I had laying around that was big enough. And then you can use straps that are made of like ribbon or felt or whatever flexible piece of something you can use. And then you're going to need a hot glue gun, and obviously the hot glue gun sticks. And then, depending on what color, you're going to need red paint, and I have blue paint over there. And if you want to do the comic one, you can use white, but if you want to do the movie one, you can use silver. It doesn't really matter, it's just up to your preference. Alright, so next is you're going to cut the foam out after you draw the circle on it. And the way you do that is once you find the center, is you use the string, depending on the size of your foam, and how big you want the shield, you just draw a circle around it. Use it as a compass, depending upon what you want the shield to look like, shield size to be. You can change the length of the string. To cut the foam, I'm using a scalpel, and you can use X-Acto knives, pretty much any sharp object, but I started using this because it's a tiny blade that's fast and easy to cut with, and it leaves pretty nice edges. So you just trace out this, you just follow the circle. It might take a couple passes to go through. That might be the best since it's a giant curved circle. I'm going to do that. So. Alright, so the way I cut it was I split it into 4 quarters, and right now I'm working on the last quarter. The last corner, cutting it off. So, should probably take about another couple passes through, and then just cutting it. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. Alright, and now you should have a circle, like a circular shield. And then now you should get the bend. It should be relatively easy once we use the heat gun. Alright, so the next step is to round this, and because it's obviously just a flat piece of foam. So what you're going to use this awesome heat gun. I don't know how much it costs. And I just found it at home. Pretty sure it's kind of cheap at Home Depot if you don't have it. I tried using a hairdryer for other stuff because I thought you could substitute before I found this, and it doesn't work at all. It won't heat the foam up as much, so it won't bend. So what you want to do is you want to turn it on, and you want to heat up the middle. So like this. then we'll just heat up the rest of the thing so you can bend the entire thing at once. Or it might take you a couple tries, depending on how much time you want to spend. What?
Anything for Lola?
Give me a minute. Sorry. Slight distraction off screen. And then you take...
Gigi needs to know.
Okay! Give me mac and cheese!
Mac and cheese!
Alright, so I finished fixing it, and this is roughly what it should look like. And I know it doesn't really look that bent on the camera, but it is. It's an illusion. So after this, you paint it. After this, you have to draw the lines on for the rings. And what I found is good, since it's a 24-inch shield, is an 8-inch center ring, and then 2.5-inch, three 2.5-inch rings from the center. So I realized that the shield wasn't really curved when I was originally forming it. So I took it and I reheated it, and I already have a Captain America shield. It's currently broken at the moment because one of the straps fell off, but it's made out of metal, as you can probably tell. So I used that, I heated it up, and then I just pushed the foam over top of it to get some sort of curve. And then whatever didn't work, I just kind of heated up and I just bent it. I just bent it a little bit. I just kind of bent it at each of the little rings. And to make the rings, I used, here it is, this little handy device that I showed you in one of the last videos about how I actually cut out the shield. And the way I did it was I made the inner ring 6 inches, or roughly 6 inches, and then each of the following rings 2.5. I mean, the outside ring is slightly less than 2.5. It's like 2.25, 2-ish. So, as you can probably tell, it's not quite perfect, but it'll get you the rough shape. And I kind of messed up. That's why there's this on the outside. But, I'll just cover it in like putty or something like that and paint over it. So then, I freehanded the star on. As you can tell, I have some like fixing to do, because I didn't print out a template online or based off of a picture, but for freehanded it's pretty good. And then after this, you take the paints, depending upon which shield you want to do. If you want to do the stealth shield, you can just keep it this blue and just paint it white or silver, because that's the stealth shield from Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Or if you want to do the comic or the actual movie shield from like the Avengers or the comic book storylines, where it's the red, white, and the blue, you can use those paints corresponding to whatever color ring it is. So then after that, you would just hot glue the straps onto the back, which is relatively easy. You can just use whatever flexible material you want, like a piece of fabric. If you want, you can actually use a belt, which is what I used for my real shield. These are made out of belts that I just cut up, but I find that it's a little bit harder to work with because it kind of doesn't want to bend as much as like fabric, so it would probably tear apart the hot glue. So I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want to do it, go for it, because if you want to go for accuracy. But aside from that, I'll show you the finished product, and you're essentially done with the shield. Alright, so I've finished painting, so now I'm gluing on the straps. The way I'm doing it is I'm taking just black ribbon for the moment. I may take it off and put brown on so I get it. And gluing it down, well, let me glue it first and then I'll show you how I'm doing it. So that should be the glue. And I'll flip the camera up. Okay, so the way I did it was I just glued it down, going off the shield. So then I'm going to fold it back like this, and then just glue it down here on the other end. So let me do that. Yes, I can. So, once this hot glue dries, I'll have one strap. And this is what the shield looks like at the moment. So, right now I only have one strap, but I get it all the way up my arm. Well, pretty much all the way up my arm. So if you want to actually throw it like he does in the movie, it should be pretty easy to just slide off your arm. So I'll just do the other strap, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's all finished, and then I'll finish up the video. Okay, so I have the shield finished. I mean, it's definitely not the best paint job, but for my first attempt at making a foam shield, not that bad. And considering it's my first YouTube video, so yeah. Alright, so the shield is done. I have these straps glued on like this. So it's pretty loose, enough that I can like slide my hand out. The only reason I got stuck was because of my watch. But I'm going to take my watch off. And I can throw it like Captain America. Pretty sure. Damn it. See? Like that. Enter over there. So, the shield works. It's pretty good, if I do say so myself. I mean, it's not the best. It's not as good as the real one I have over here, but this one was a pain in the butt to make. So, you want to put a lot of stress and time into making your shield, you can make that one. There's plenty of videos online. But want an easy one, where you can actually pretend you're Captain America and throw it stuff. It's pretty good. So, thanks everyone for watching. It'd be nice if you like the video, share it to friends, and then subscribe. Bye.